Once upon a time, in a beautiful kingdom, there lived a young princess who loved playing by the sparkling palace pond. One golden afternoon, she was tossing her favorite golden ball into the air, her most prized possession. The ball slipped from her hand and splashed into the water. The princess was worried. "Oh no, my golden ball. It's gone." She peered into the water, but it was far too deep. Just then, a strange little voice spoke. There sat a green frog sitting on a lily pad. "I can fetch your ball for you, princess," he croaked. "But what will you give me in return?" The princess happily replied, "Anything you like. Jewels, sweets, even my crown." The frog shook his head. "No, no, I want something else. I want to eat from your plate, drink from your cup, and sleep on your pillow." The princess giggled at the silly idea. A frog at the table? In her bed? She didn't think he was serious. The princess smiled and replied, "All right, anything. Just get my ball." With that, the frog dove into the water. And a few seconds later, he returned holding the ball in his mouth. The frog kept his promise, but as soon as she had her ball, the princess ran off without another word. That evening, in the castle dining hall, there was a knock at the castle door. The princess recognized the frog's voice. "Princess, you promised." The princess gasped. "Oh no, the frog." The king overheard and asked what happened. When the princess told him about the promise, the king looked serious. "My dear, a promise is a promise. You must let him in." The frog hopped into the grand hall, onto a chair beside the princess. The frog ate from her plate, he drank from her cup, and, though she cringed a little, she kept her word. Later, as the princess was getting ready to sleep, the frog said softly, "I'm tired, princess. May I rest on your pillow?" The princess hesitated, then sighed. "Fine, but just for tonight." The next morning, when the sun shone through the window, and the first rays of morning light touched the frog, something magical happened. The frog glowed and began to grow, turning into a handsome prince. The prince smiled. "Thank you, princess. You broke the spell. An evil witch turned me into a frog until someone kind and brave kept their promise." The princess stared in amazement. "You were the frog all along?" The princess and the prince became dear friends. In time, they grew even closer. And one day, they were married in a grand celebration full of music, laughter, and of course lots of golden balls. And they lived happily ever after.